Hello, welcome to the Nevada Vote pre-election broadcast. I'm your host, Quay Skankey. The election is just days away, and we've been reporting about trends, demographics, and specific races on the Medium RSJ vote page all semester long. And not only have we also been reporting on specific election-related events on the Reno Sandbox Instagram page, now we want to bring to you a special video broadcast just for you. So let's get into it. With early voting, rallies of different stripes, and high-level visits from candidates, students at the University of Nevada, Reno are getting really engaged this year. And several shared why they think civic engagement is so important. Ariel Van Cleef reports on the topic.
Students at the University of Nevada, Reno are getting engaged in this year's elections, and several shared why they think civic engagement is important. Daniel Adler, an English literature doctoral student, already cast his mail-in ballot and considers voting imperative.
So I think that, here in the United States, we're really privileged to be able to vote and to exercise that right, and to ignore it or to suggest that, maybe if I don't vote, it doesn't matter, is just the wrong moral mindset to have.
Morgan, a freshman studying kinesiology, is planning to cast her ballot for the first time.
I think voting is important because everyone should have the chance to make a difference.
She expressed her eagerness to be personally involved in this year's election cycle.
I'm really excited to vote for this year. I have my ballot and everything, so.
Morgan expects to vote in person this weekend in her home state of California. Sterling Moore is a super senior double majoring in journalism and psychology. He also plans to make time to vote this year.
I think voting is important because, as we all know, we're founded as a democracy. It's how we make our voices heard in the government, and it's our best way to impact real change, I believe.
Early voting in Nevada will continue through November 1st, and UNR students can vote on campus at the Joe Crowley Student Union. Reporting for the Reynolds School of Journalism, this is Ariel Van Cleef.
Thank you, Ariel. Now let's pass it to reporter Kat Fullwider, who's been out on campus talking with students and finding out why they really have voted. Ariel Van Cleef filmed this report as well.
Hey, thank you so much. This is Kat Fullwider here. We're in front of the Joe Crowley Student Union Center where voting is happening. So we're going to talk to some students today to see how they're voting and if they're voting.
My name is Kira Fields.
Awesome. And are you planning on voting, Kira?
I am.
Have you already voted?
I have not.
Okay. And are you a Nevada voter?
I am.
Okay. And why is it important for young people to get out and vote?
I think it's important for young people to get out and vote so that we have a say in the future of our country, because young people are the future of the country.
I love that. And what are you studying here at UNR?
I'm studying journalism at UNR.
Awesome.
Hi, Mateo. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And have you voted this election yet?
Yeah, I did some voting down in Clark.
In Clark County?
Yes.
Oh, cool. And how did you vote?
I tended to vote a little bit more left. I tended to look at both candidates in terms of their policies to see which one I mainly aligned with. But I was very interested in a lot of the judicial races, so I kind of more focus on that in terms of when it comes to searching up policies and stuff like that.
Oh, cool. Like the local judicial elections?
Yes, yeah,
Oh, very
100%.
cool. And how did you vote? Did you mail in? Did you go in person?
I have a mail-in ballot there, so I live there. So when I go to visit family, I just did my mail-in ballot essentially and just sent it in, and yeah, I'm all good.
And can we start with your name?
I'm Peyton.
Peyton, and how do I spell your name, Peyton?
Peyton.
Okay, and what year are you here?
I'm a sophomore.
Nice. Is this going to be, well, first of all, are you planning on voting this election?
Yes, I already did.
already
It's
did?
mailed in.
Yeah, so you
Yes.
mailed in.
Yes, because I'm from Vegas, so
Okay.
I did it when I was home.
Oh, cool. So did you vote in Clark County?
Yes.
Oh, very cool.
Mhm.
And is this the first election you voted in?
Yep.
Oh, I love that. And how did you vote? Which way did you lean in your voting?
Democrat.
Okay.
Of course.
And what are some issues that are important to you?
Definitely the issue of abortion is very important to me, and definitely that's a Democrat thing, I think. But just women in general, super important to vote for us and ourselves and our community as women, because we're used to being teared down and all of that. And I think Kamala is a great person to help us with that. So yeah.
That's wonderful. Thank you. Well, do you have anything you'd like to share with some of your fellow students here and peers who may be considering voting?
I would say vote, definitely vote, even if it's opposite of what I believe. Like, get out there, vote. It's important. Get your own opinion out there, and yeah, make a better America, though.
Can you start with your name?
Yeah, my name is Rohit.
And how do I spell your name?
Rohit.
Okay. And are you planning on voting this election?
Yeah, I think I definitely plan to. I'm just, even though it's super close up, I'm still a little conflicted as to which direction I should go in terms of casting my vote.
Okay. And are you planning on voting in person or a mail-in?
I plan on voting in person.
Okay. And are you going to vote in Reno for Washoe County?
Yes, I am.
Okay, cool. And then what are some motivating issues that you're considering in choosing your vote?
I think a lot of the stuff that I consider important are kind of birth-related laws and abortion, and that's something that's super important to me, as well as also the financial status of America and what's going to help young Americans like me thrive over the next 4 to 8 years, and just see how I can put myself in the best situation as well as other Americans to create the best future for us.
Absolutely. And are you going to vote? Are you voting this election? Who are you voting for? Oh, okay. Who does Grubhub support? Okay. We got some great content there.
Thank you, Kat and Ariel. It's just days before the election, and the polls have never been tighter. Are students feeling scared, nervous, confident? Lily Wright and Kelsey Frobes find out with Chase Uchida filming.
Thanks, Quay. I'm reporter Kelsey Frobes here with
Lily Wright.
And we're here 1 week before Election Day talking to students about how they feel about the election.
Do you plan on voting in this election?
I did.
Yes, I've already voted. Awesome. Did you do mail-in? Did you do in person?
In person, second floor, Joe Crowley Student Union.
Awesome. And then are you excited about this upcoming election? Nervous? What are your thoughts?
Here and there. I try not to think about it too much, just want to see what happens.
A little nervous.
Why is that?
It can just go completely opposite ways. There's no in between option.
I'm very nervous. There's a lot on the line with this election. A lot of lives will be impacted depending on the result. So I'm nervous to see the outcome, but I'm very confident in my decision, and I hope everybody else will be too.
It seems like a lot of people are leaning towards more voting Trump, and I feel like that's going to kind of restrict a lot of access for, minorities, immigrants, and it kind of, it's a little nerve-wracking.
I saw a lot about Kamala Harris, and I'm kind of leaning towards her because she seems pretty cool.
What did you think of that, Kelsey?
Seems like our UNR students are pretty nervous about this upcoming election.
Very interesting. Back to you in the studio, Quay.
Thank you, Lily, Kelsey, and Jays. We go now back to Ariel Van Cleve filming Kat Fullwider, who's able to get an interview with the voting center manager on campus, Nicole Oberich.
Thank you. So this is Kat Fullwider. We're here at the Joe where election voting is taking place right now. So we're going to go see if we can talk to a poll worker.
Sure.
Sorry, here, we'll scoot forward.
Sorry.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Nicole Obrich. I'm the manager of the Vote Center at UNR.
Awesome. And can you tell me what you've been seeing? Have you been seeing a lot of people coming in to vote?
Yes, lots of students and some other people as well.
Okay. Like people from the community or mainly faculty?
I think we're seeing mainly faculty. Yeah, but mostly students.
Awesome. Is it a big turnout this year?
I have not been at this location before, so I can't compare to previous times. But it seems pretty steady all day.
Okay. And how long are you going to be here until?
We're going to be here until November 1st, 10 to 6. And then on Election Day, we'll be here 7:30 to 7:30.
Wonderful. And
7 to 7? Is it 7 to 7? It's on the website.
Okay. And when people come in, do they have to bring their mail-in ballot to surrender it if they want to vote in person?
No, they do not need to bring their mail-in ballot. We can have them sign an affirmation that they know they're not allowed to also mail that in. I would say that voting is the minimum requirement for civic engagement. You should do other stuff in your community and be involved, but it's fairly easy to vote, and obviously I think it's really important. That's why I'm here.
Thank you, Kat. We now go to a segment with map analysis with Dan Mariani. He'll be looking at the current polling across the county for the top ticket race between Donald J. Trump and Kamala D. Harris. So Dan, what's the polling looking like right now?
Thank you, Quay. let's take a look at the polling data from across the country right now and see how we're looking. So as you can see, these are just projections up top. Of course, we're trying to get to 270. This is all currently leaning Republican, so Trump has a lot more projected electoral votes. But however, a lot of these things could quickly change, as we know. We've got these 4 swing states here, Nevada being one of them, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. And depending on how it turns out with some of these other states, who you might notice the slightly less darker colored blue or red states, those are more so leaning in one direction. So it's possible, say, you know, we have a Pennsylvania were to go to Trump, and then say, you know, Wisconsin goes Kamala, let's just say, and then say North Carolina flips to Kamala, and also Georgia, and then perhaps Trump may take Michigan. Again, this is all hypothetical. So if you notice, now we're in a position, Kamala's at 268, Trump's at 264. It could come down to the Nevada vote to actually determine this election. And as we know, we don't always count votes as quickly in Nevada, so we might actually be potentially waiting on us in a certain scenario. Now, if we take a closer look at Nevada, itself, we will notice that we are nearly at a toss-up. So Trump currently has a 0.2 of a point lead, but this has, as you can tell, been going back and forth. So pretty much this election is very much neck and neck, and especially here in Nevada, and it could very much come down to a very small number of Nevada votes. Back to you, Quay.
Thank you, Dan, and thank you for watching this special broadcast with Nevada Vote. Make sure to follow Reynolds Sandbox on Instagram to get updates on the election day and after, as well as our Medium page, RSJ Vote. For the Nevada Vote team, this is Quay Skankey signing off.